So hello guys and welcome back to All Rounders. So guys, here in the Python programming series, we will tell you about what are the functions, and in this part we will tell you about what are the functions and what are the different types of the functions and what are the meaning of the formal and actual parameters and how to define a particular function. So guys, let's start with the what are the functions. So Jeet will here take over.
So guys, what are functions? A function is a block of code which only runs when it is called, or a function is a block of organized reusable code that is used to perform a single related action. Functions provide better modularity for your problems and a high degree of code reusing. So guys, we use functions in programming to bundle a set of instructions that you want to use repeatedly, and to carry out that specific task, the function might or might not need multiple inputs. When the task is carried out, the function can or cannot return one or more values. That depends upon the definition of a function. There are basically two types of functions: functions without arguments and functions with arguments. Let's move on. So guys, over here I'll be telling you how to define a function in Python. So the first step is the block of a function is started with a def keyword, and the full form of it is definition, define function, and short form is def. Then second step is it contains the variable name along with the parenthesis. This is the second step. Then third step, any parameters should be placed within the parenthesis. And the last step is it ends with the colon sign. So that was all about defining a function. And in Python, guys, we do not need to tell the return type to the interpreter. And as Python is dynamically typed, we just need to define a function, and we do not need to uh, write what is the return type of that function. It can be integer, it can be void, anything. So over to Bhupendra for the theory part.
So guys, here we have the function with the arguments. Information can be passed into the functions as the arguments. Arguments are specified after the function name. Inside the parentheses, you can add as many arguments as you want, just separated them with a comma. So guys, here what are the arguments? Actually, like in the previous slide, Jeet told you about how to define a particular function. So in a step, we have to give a parenthesis to define a particular function. Guys, as you know that how to define a particular variable like int x. Suppose we are defining a particular variable x which has a data type int, then we say that it is the int x, like, and then further data types like the float y. Then we can take those data types and variables and put them into the parenthesis, inside the parenthesis. So when we put that particular data type and variables inside the parenthesis, then that particular data type is known as the argument. So let's move on and check what are the formal and actual arguments. So formal arguments are the identifiers used in the function definition to represent the corresponding actual arguments. So guys, whenever you define a particular function and you given some arguments inside the parenthesis of a function, like in the parenthesis you have given like int x and int y, then those are the uh, formal arguments of that particular function. Now, if we call a particular function inside the main function, and where that we can give the value of the integer, like we are calling a function inside the main function. Suppose our function name is let's say apple, and we calling that apple inside a main function, and inside the parenthesis we have given two values 2 and 3. So guys, 2 and 3 are the actual arguments, and outside the main function in the particular function apple, the int x and int y are the formal arguments. So that is the difference between the actual and formal arguments. So that's all about for this theory part. We will cover some more theory part of the functions, and will go in details of the functions in the later videos. So guys, in the next video, we will tell you about the implementation of this theory part. So thank you guys and stay tuned with us.